folks, on South 3 Marketing in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell trucks. Sell lots of trucks, folks. As I tell everyone, we sell them all on the internet. That doesn't mean that you're not welcome to come by and look at any time. Check them out, make an offer, do whatever you want to do. We just don't deal off the street business. We love customers to come by. Just give us a call in advance and let us know you're coming. Today we're going to list a really neat truck, folks. I'm talking about a really nice truck. These trucks are probably the most desirable out there on the secondary market. This is a 2015 Ford F250 four-wheel drive King. But with every option we know of that you can put on a truck. Now, it's got moonroof, it's got navigation, it's got a couple of 100,000 miles on it, which doesn't hurt it because it's been tuned and deleted. We've got the expensive mats laying in the back so we can show you how nice the carpets are. It's sitting on a perfect set of Cooper tires, expensive Cooper tires. In the back, we're going to show you it's got a 60-gallon fuel / storage box back there. It's probably about a $2,000 option, $1,800 to $2,000 minimum plus installing it. All with the truck, everything works. This is a nice truck. It's got a small leveling kit on it. It stands up great. You can see this, what stance it's got. There's no paintwork showing, no dings and pings.
That's
it
a
is
good
a
set
local Mississippi truck, you can see here.
35-inch tires, got the power folding mirrors.
Don't have to worry about rust issues and all that. But look at this rascal. The carpet is perfect. The original King Ranch seats. You see how little wear, if any, they show. The moonroof, the headliner is immaculate. Navigation, everything you can put on a truck. Power on both sides. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Got the heated and cooled seats. Got the power folding mirrors.
Now, if you've been looking for a new truck, thinking, boy, I'd like to have me a King Ranch loaded up four-wheel drive with every option on it, you went out and it's about $80,000 or $85,000. You need to look at this truck, folks, because trust me, what you'll have to give for this truck, the difference in a new one in 5 years is going to be inconsequential. Based on the way the market's going, these trucks are not going to depreciate anyway.
Well, between inflation and everything else, price ain't going down. Got the storage underneath. Of course, you can drop it down. Got the 110 and 12-volt outlets, climate outlets, power folding rear view mirror.
I hate to use too much hyperbole because someone is going to correct me on everything, but you don't find many nicer trucks than this, or you can't find one this nice, especially not for what we're going to sell it for. Start at the bed here. Look at this line. Nothing's been back here. Nothing's bended up. The bed's uncut.
This is the tank. Got a gauge. It's plumbed in. You can turn that valve on and fill your tank, or you could add a fuel pump and fill up other stuff. Got a toolbox too. That's all a big money deal. Got the tailgate step.
Under here.
Knee deep in rubber. Spare. Never been down.
X4 off-road. Got the old man step, Dan calls it.
Tailgate step, backup camera.
I have a fetish about opening these things to make sure they work right.
Bed hadn't been cut for a fifth wheel. Got, it's dirty, but it ain't beat up and
That's
stuff.
The expensive floor mats. You can see back here. Now there's one little ping right here. You can't see it, you don't notice it, but it's there. So, and we're not going to
receiver hitch.
See the spares under it, damn far
Super Duty. Got there's one little
Look
scratch.
Down the side.
It's straight, body straight.
Not chipped up. It's not been on gravel roads.
Well, it may have once or twice, but you can see all this behind the wheels ain't ate up like, it's spent its whole life out on the farm.
A work truck or a farm truck or some kid out in the woods trying to tear it up.
It's been deleted. Got the good exhaust on it.
See back here the original King Ranch mats.
Leathered up and loaded.
By the way, that's a joke we make about car dealer lingo. They need rubber, leathered up road. Look in here. They don't come any nicer, folks.
Dash is nice. Got a brand new windshield. Got your manuals. Got your spare tire lock. Got my bottle of water. 110 outlet. I'll show the other stuff. I'll do a test drive in a minute, take it up and down the road. But
well, you can see in here, look in how clean it is.
You can tell a work truck by the door pockets.
We got this truck.
It was traded in on the new one.
Dan drove it a while, and it's just time to sell it. We hate to, because we can't replace it. We're not going to find another one like this. And if we do, to buy another one like it's going to cost more than we say we're going to sell this one for. But if you want to bargain, you'll consider this truck, folks. 2015 King Ranch FX4 package. Just got everything, perfect set of tires. About every option we can think Ford put on the 2015. Plus it's going to be a value. Plus, you can't find these trucks. The King Ranches are the most difficult of all to find in this market we're in right now. But it's a great 2015 King Ranch 4-wheel drive. Thanks so much for watching our video. We do appreciate it. Look forward to visiting with you about this truck. Give us a call with any question. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you for a test drive. But first I want to show you a couple things under the hood. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how we got it. So yeah, it's got a little dust, maybe a little dirt here or there, but the big thing is it's not covered in mud, and none of these bare aluminum pieces have that brown patina that you get when you run a hot motor through a bunch of cold, muddy water. When all that crap splashes up on the engine, it gives this stuff a brown patina. You can't clean it off, but anyway, this truck doesn't have it, so you know, I can't say it's never been off-road, but if it has, it ain't been much. It ain't been out, some kid ain't been out mud bogging and stuff. But anyway, it has had all kind of stuff done to it. It's got the S&B cold air intake, which if you're going to get a cold air intake, this is the one you want to get. It's the best one, the best filtration, and it's got a paper filter, not that dang K&N style element that you have to oil, and that doesn't actually do much filtration, if any, on a turbo diesel engine like this. EGR cooler, all the EGR has been deleted. Got the block off plate, all that's done. I think we already mentioned the DPF's deleted too. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but I did want to point out, this is not like messed up. It's just this little foil peels off, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt anything. The main thing I want to show you, see when I take this cap off, I don't even see a wisp of smoke. Although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. The main thing is, you see, set the cap down on the tube, doesn't blow off. Let me turn it over. Some people want me to turn it over. I'm just holding it on the tube with my hand, but there's no pressure. Basically, what that means is there's no blow-by. Now, blow-by is not necessarily a bad thing as long as, you know, you don't have a bunch of puffing, but it's a sign of wear this truck doesn't have. So that's the best way. If you want to know the condition of a Power Stroke diesel, whatever the miles, smoke, doesn't matter. You want to check for pressure. If there's a lot of pressure, then, you know, you can tell the amount of wear. But, you know, if this thing, if it had 500,000 miles, as long as there's no blow-by, you ain't got to worry about it. And, of course, this one has way less than that. But anyway, that's the main thing I wanted to show you. No blow-by whatsoever. So, oh, I also wanted to point out, if you read up on these trucks, you'll know that the one weak point is the high pressure fuel pump. Of all the things on any Power Stroke diesel, you You know, 6.0s have the EGR cooler leaks, makes the head gaskets blow. 6.4s, if you don't delete them, the way they clean their DPF, they end up with cracked pistons. 7.3s just get wore out eventually. 6.7s are dead solid reliable. They're the best motor Ford has ever put out. But when something does happen, it's just about always the high pressure fuel pump. And when they go out, it's a bunch of money. You got to replace the whole fuel system, spend 10 or 12 grand. But this truck, I noticed the other day, we drove it, and I was watching the monitor, and the fuel pressure was a little low. Had it checked out, fuel pump, high pressure pump, wasn't bad yet, but it was on the way. Now, I could have just sold it like that, but, you know, maybe, and it may have drove perfect another 50,000 miles, or it may have finally acted up 500 miles later. There's just no telling with them. But as long as they don't actually go out, you can just change the pump, and that's what we did. It's got a brand new Ford high pressure pump, OEM. Spent almost $3,000 doing all that work, and while they're at it, new fuel filters, checked everything for contamination, put a new fuel pressure regulator in it because they got a screen, and you pull it off to check it. I mean, it was fine, but it's off. You might as well do it. All that's good. Everything on it ready to go. No issues. But a high pressure pump, it's got the new design the replacements do, so you don't have to worry about it going out like the stock ones. So that's a big chunk of money you don't have to worry about on this truck. So just going to point that out. Now we're going to hop in, take you for a spin. I'll tell you more about it. Alright folks, we're in the truck now. I'm going to take you for a spin. First I want to show you a couple of things. This truck is loaded. It's got power folding mirrors. They work. Now there is one thing I'm going to nitpick on this entire truck, and it's related to the mirrors. Now you see, they both power fold, they both do the power extend, all that stuff's fine. The problem is, you see, when I push the mirror left, it goes upper right. When I push it right, it goes bottom left. Up does nothing, down does nothing, and this other mirror does the same thing. Up, down, nothing, left, and right. Like right, it goes down, right, left, it goes up and right. But anyway, they're doing the same thing, but the important deal is they power fold and power extend, so it's probably this switch. I'm not guaranteeing it's probably the switch, but I don't have a mechanic anymore. If something goes wrong or I need to fix something, if it's major, I'm going to fix it. If it's nitpicky like a power mirror that you may need to tweak it with your thumb, I'm not going to worry about that because they fold, they extend, that's the big thing. So usually just a switch, but anyway, got automatic headlights, got memory seats, steering wheel controls. Now this truck has 239 935, but you can't tell it from looking at it or driving. I mean, look at the steering wheel. The leather's perfect, not ripped or torn. It's got the big screen. It's got hill descent control, got traction control. You may think, well, of course it has traction control. Well, that's not standard. That's an option, believe it or not, which is kind of crazy to me. But got the shift on the fly 4-wheel drive. You can shift it in the 4-wheel drive. See where the front axle's blue? Shift it out. See where it's white? Shifts in and out. Got the exhaust brake, power outlet, built-in trailer brake controller, upfitter switches, 110 outlet, plus another one in the rear. One thing I like about these, that plus and minus, you can shift these manually, or you see the 1 through 6, you can lock out gears. So like if you're towing and you don't want it shifting in and out of overdrive, just lock out 6 and you have 1 through 5. Or if you're in a traffic jam, you're pulling a trailer, you know, stick it down in first, leave it there. Or just leave it normal. You can either turn it off or you can leave it where you can see what gear it's in as it shifts. But anyway, got the Sirius, got the satellite entertainment system. You'll get 3 free months of Sirius when you buy the truck. Voice commands, navigation. Now the navigation works regardless, but if you have Sirius and you get the travel link, you can actually pull up weather radar on top of the map, which is real handy. And like you see these little alerts that pop up, if you have a destination input, it'll show you like traffic warnings, stuff like that, or it'll say, hey, wreck ahead, do you want to reroute? And you can have it reroute you. But lots of cool stuff with that. Got the heated and cooled seats. You can see those there, heated and cooled seats. Of course, auto climate. Steering wheel controls, you can change the channel, change the climate, whatever you want to do, straight from the steering wheel. Windshield, brand new, so no cracks, no pecks, none of that. Got the moonroof. I mean, before somebody asks me, here it is. Moonroof does in fact work. Just showing you. Now the rear window, you can see it moves, but it's stuck. What happens, there's a little track in there, and it gets clogged up and has to be cleaned every 10 years maybe or something. But the main thing is it works, but you'll have to clean that track. So, like I said, I'm probably nitpicking this truck too much, but I'd rather nitpick it, little ticky-tack stuff, than risk bad feedback, having somebody get mad. Oh, well, this mirror only goes 2 directions, not 4. Well, I mean, who cares? But I do want to point out, I just sold the truck I've been driving. I'm going to be driving this truck every day. So odds are, by the time I sell it, it may have, or it will have rolled 240 by then. So if that's a huge problem, don't buy the truck. I'm not planning any trips or anything, probably up 240, 241, something like that. Nothing crazy, but just psychologically, I know 239 to 240. As a dealer, you notice stuff like that. But anyway, even the King Ranch, the armrest is in great shape. Got the little tray, got extra power outlets, all that good stuff. Dash isn't cracked or beat up or peeling or anything. This truck fires right up, hot or cold, and of course, that's what you would expect considering brand new Ford, high pressure fuel pump, whole system's been gone through. Like I said, it's been EGR and DPF deleted. Now, not everybody spends the extra money to delete the EGR because you don't really have to, but it removes another failure point and it drops your exhaust temperatures probably 100, 150 degrees and cleans up the engine bay. So between that and the DPF, if you bought a stock truck and you wanted to have the cold air intake, EGR delete, DPF delete with the full exhaust, not just the little straight pipe where the DPF was, but a full nice exhaust system that you probably can't tell from the video, but normal driving you don't even hear it. Now if you stomp it you'll hear it, but regular driving not loud at all. But if you went right now to get all this stuff done to this truck, then I mean you could spend $4 or $5 grand no sweat, and that's not even counting getting a leveling kit put on it or these 35-inch tires or any of that. Like I said, got a Mini Max tuner. I mostly just use these to monitor. I mean, it's set on tow tune. You can turn it up, you can fool with it, but these trucks, the 15s and up, had from the factory 40 extra horsepower versus the older trucks. They got a bigger turbo, bigger injectors. I don't even bother deleting them anymore unless they're already deleted. I will, because unlike the older trucks, you don't have to, but getting rid of that stuff does remove things that can cost a lot of money if they go wrong down the road. So it's money you ain't got to worry about spending, and if you were going to buy one and do it anyway, it saves you a lot of money. And honestly, if you bought a truck and you wanted 35-inch tires, a leveling kit, you wanted EGR and DPF deleted, you want a full exhaust, and you had to change the high pressure pump, and not even assuming it wasn't completely out, you had to do the whole fuel system, but just the high pressure pump, you could spend 10 grand doing all the stuff this truck's had done to it. So just something to think about when you're comparing it to other trucks that are stock or haven't been upgraded or any of that. So one thing you may can tell, this video may be a little shaky since I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on the streets and highways of Jackson, Mississippi, and obviously they're terrible, but the truck doesn't pull to the left or right, doesn't squeak or vibrate when you hit bumps, doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes, goes down the road just like it should. I can let go of the wheel, not going crazy or anything like that. It's tight, so that is something to keep in mind, and that's part of why we do these videos, because a lot of people, most actually, they buy from us because we got good deals and we got rust-free trucks, and most of our customers from the Northeast and the Midwest, and occasionally somebody flies in and we pick them up at the airport and they drive their purchase home, and that, that's fine, that's cool with us. But most people buy sight unseen, so we like doing these videos so people can rest assured, and we can show them, it really does go straight down the road just like you'd expect it to. Trying to think if I was missing something else. Oh, it's got a sunglasses holder up there, auto dimming rearview mirror. I just got on it. That wasn't even half throttle, man. This thing, it's on tow, so it's not going to be overstressing the engine or anything like that. But buddy, it's got power. Now the cool thing though also about this Mini-Max, you can put a speed limiter on it. So if your spouse or your child or your buddy, I wouldn't let a buddy borrow my truck, but if somebody needs to drive it, pop that speed limiter on it, put them on 65, and then you ain't got to sweat it. That's a real handy feature of these. But yeah, like I said, if you want to fly in here to Jackson, Mississippi International Airport, or take the train, or God forbid, take a bus, we'll be glad to pick you up during our regular business hours. We'll bring you back to the office, do all the paperwork and feedback and everything, and we'll let you get on the road. But like I said, if you're like most of our customers, you're probably not going to want to spend several days driving or flying down and then driving home. So with that in mind, don't let the idea of shipping this truck scare you. I mean, that's, like I said, that's why we do these videos. You can see they really do go down the road like they should. But don't let the prices you may find online for shipping scare you either, because most of these guys you see online aren't actual shippers. They're brokers, and they'll charge you hundreds of dollars up front, and they call it a deposit, but what it really is their broker's fee for finding somebody to actually haul the truck to you. Well, they all use this website called Central Dispatch. It's not open to the public. It costs a couple grand a year to be on it, but that's where they post their shipments, and that's where actual truckers that are hauling these vehicles look to find loads. So the good thing is we're on Central Dispatch. We can get you wholesale prices on shipping. We're not the shipper ourselves, but we'll make the arrangements for you. It's a free service to our customers. We don't charge a markup or a deposit or anything. Now, if you're not our customer, we'll do it for $50, but we'd rather you be our customer. We'll do it for free. So if you're interested, shoot me a text to 601-376-9869 with your zip code, and I can get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. And if you're anywhere near Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, anywhere in Florida, St. Louis, we can get you a real good deal on shipping. But regardless, it's going to be cheaper than anybody else can get it done for. I can guarantee you that. Now the time it takes, it varies. As soon as I get payment, I post it for the truck, I post it for shipment, and I just wait to hear from somebody. But these truckers don't operate on long timetables. They get a load going to one town, and when they're on the way, they start looking for loads in that town going somewhere else. So on average, it takes 3 to 5 days to get it done. Now if you're somewhere straight down the interstate from Jackson, it could be quicker. If you're way out in the way off from us, it could take a little longer to line up, but then again, it might not. I mean, we just never know until we post it who is around that might be headed your way. So the way it works though is, if you buy the truck and want to ship it, you can either FedEx us a cashier's check, or you can do a bank wire for the price of the truck. You don't pay us for the shipping because we're not the shipper. You just pay us for the truck, and as soon as we get paid, we post it for shipping on the central dispatch, and we have to be paid first because we never know when somebody can jump up and say they can get it. So it has to be ready to go when we post it. But we post it on there, we make the arrangements, we meet the transporter and all that, and when they show up at your place in the truck, you just hand them cash for the shipping. We don't make a profit or anything on it, like I said. So you're paying the driver the actual price to get the truck shipped. So if you have any questions about that though, give me a call. Like I said, my number is 601-376-9869. If I don't answer, hang up. Don't leave me a voicemail. Shoot me a text, because I may not answer the phone first thing in the morning or late in the evening. But if I'm awake, I'll generally answer a text whenever. So like I said, if you have any questions, and if questions about shipping, about the delete, about the tune, about the price, you want to make an offer, want to know how the delete works, the tune, any of that, give me a call. I'll be glad to discuss it. Beyond that, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't think of what it is. Oh, I forgot. When I did the video part of my dad walking around, this vent visor was missing. But I did that part of the video like a week ago, before we had to do the high pressure pump. So you can see now it's here. So if you see it in the video with no vent visor and you wonder why is it got one in the pictures, not in the video, that's why. So not a big deal. It got a little crack, so I had an extra one laying around. We stuck it on. But you can see leather, everything is good. Got the privacy glass, got the auto climate, which is ice cold, by the way. One key has remote start, and these keys aren't a big deal. You can buy this whole key brand new on Amazon for like $30 and have it cut and programmed by any locksmith, or the locksmiths around here, they'll cut it, program it, key and all, like this one, for less than $100. So it's hard to beat that. Yeah. Or if you just want to buy the plain key, you can take that to any Walmart, have it cut, and if you want to have a spare or something to keep around. But anyway, you can see. Oh, I wanted to show the dash too. You can see after we've been driving, I hadn't stopped the camera to do anything. But you see there's no lights on. No service lights, engine lights, none of that. And I like to show the dash after I've been driving a while, because it's easy to hook your scan tool up, kill a warning light, take a picture, and say, oh look, no lights. See how the wheels turn? I turn it back, shows the wheels turning back. But yeah, I like to show the dash after I've been driving, because if there's a problem and you haven't fixed it, then as soon as you start driving, that light's going to come right back on. So that's why I like to show the dash after we've been driving, so you can see everything is reading how it should. Nothing, not running hot, transmission not hot, anything crazy like that. So got all the different little cool features, economy. Now you have to double check though what it says is the fuel economy when they've been deleted like this, because sometimes they're still spot on and sometimes they're way off. I I would imagine this is probably going to get high teens on the highway, but a lot of it depends on how you drive and also where you have the power level set on this tuner. But there's a lot of stuff you can play with on that, but tuner comes with it. Like I said, got the lighted visor, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, like I said, give me a call. So you got the manuals, got the spare tire lock. If you want to make an offer, give me a call. Any questions, give me a call, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. I'll be glad to answer. We appreciate you watching the video and hearing everything I've been rambling on about, and we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.